Hola, me llamo Jessica, and welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Today I'm just trying to get used to the camera and the tripod and where to look. I think I have where to look okay. I'm driving right now, so shouldn't drive and talk, right? Okay, hold on. So, this is my front door. And we didn't need to do that. Let me do it this way. Flip. There you go. So, my security system, my little ramp, and I have damaged my little front door because I've run into it too much. There's my car, but I have to slow down the speed. So, because outside speed is, where are we at? This is indoor speed, typically, the 3. And then I have, when I go down the ramp, I go down to 2. So that is kind of, I don't know, level 2. And then there is, for when I'm actually outside on the sidewalk and strolling around the neighborhood. So, all right, I'm gonna flip it again. So hola, me llamo Jessica, and welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Today, I'm showing you how I used my ramp. I don't know how to use the tripod thing yet, but I'll figure it out. In the meantime, welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Let me flip it and actually here. So that kind of works. Kind of cool. All right, hold on. Okay, I gotta turn speed down and ooh. I have to catch myself real quick before I run into that. Those are my toes. Alright, I got garbage. Okay, I gotta move that so I can turn around. Garbage cans on the other side. Alright, let me see. Graham! Hi! Hi! Oh, hi. You good boy? Okay, so I have gonna go ahead and lock it. Okay, he can go under the door because this door was I'll explain the door later, but I had to roll up, punch in my code to unlock it, and then I had to roll back down backwards. Alright. And then I can go in. And even going in, hey, what are you doing? You good boy? Okay. So, and then I close it, and I have a string. I'll show that again. Okay. Because when I come up the ramp, off he goes. Came up the ramp, and I have to close that door. I don't want to have to go, it's not safe to have to go wheel myself down a little bit so I can reach the door. Now, because reaching for it, I'm still so far away. So, I put a string on it. It's still so far away, so I put a string on it. And Graham can get in and out from underneath the door while I stay safe. Because I like to have doors and I like to have fresh air and all of that stuff. And this was a way cheaper option because my actual door is not, it's a specialty size because I have a Craftsman. And Craftsmans are very old, and Craftsmen are, they have the tall doors. And there was, say hi. You want to be my little sidekick? What do we call you, Heckle Cat? All right. He's got his treats, and he has everybody who walks in the door trained. Don't you? Don't you? Because he has his little treat bowl, and he comes running from wherever he is. How did your treats end up back there anyway? Mama can't reach those. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait a minute. So, that door is a specialty door. Oh yeah, and I need to figure out if I should do tall. I should just do tall, because I like the tall. That shows more. Okay. So, that door is, I think it's 86 inches. While the standard door, and well, both of those doors are like 86 inches. But what you buy now are 80-inch doors. So there was a gap. And if I wanted to actually have it go from floor to the door, well, if I really wanted it to go from the base of the door and the top of the door frame, then I would have had to order specialty. But that would have kept my little Graham, I'm explaining. You got commentary? So, oh, you're such a cute baby. Okay, so, but then I would have had this door. What's the point of a security safety door if I leave it cracked for the cat? Because then it's not very safe, is it? And it's not like there's going to be critters getting in or anything, because this just goes to the front porch. I do have that other security door. Sorry. Hang on. I do have that other security door that is going to go there. The doorknob and the deadbolt are arriving Wednesday. But that door is actually a steel door. And it has steel, like a steel screen. It looks beautiful, but it is safer than this one. It is a beast. So my whole concept is that if somebody gets into the front porch, I need to be able to, for one, lock them out so they don't come following me inside. But when I do have that door closed, then I can come inside and, you know, then I can come in the house without somebody following me inside, because that is definitely a safety issue. Okay, I'll flip back because I've been trying. Okay, hold on. I'm getting there. I'm learning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Which way do we do this? I don't know if I'm upside down. Am I upside down? It's not even pointed at me. I'll do this way. So. Pigtails. So. Hola, mi amo Jessica, and welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Today, I'm figuring things out. There's a lot of stuff to figure out. The figuring out part has to do with, how do I do it in a wheelchair? How do I do anything from a wheelchair? And it's not impossible. It's difficult, and it requires many more steps, and it might be more risky, you know, risking of a fall, risk of injury, but, and it's not that I'm stubborn, it's just that stuff's got to get done, and I can't wait on people to show up to help get it done, because then it's kind of like the factory. The factory needs to run, and it's going to run whether people are here or not, because it can't fall behind. Falling behind, that's not life. Falling behind like that. Oh, I thought I was following Graham to the... Okay, here, I'll show what I'm trying to show. Hold on. Him. So that door frame does need to get fixed, obviously. And all right, this was off center. It's not balanced. I like holding it. Okay, anyway. So let's check, I don't know, distance, I guess. Hold on. Hola, me llamo Jessica, and welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Let's try it even a little closer. Hola, me llamo Jessica, and welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Well, okay, hold on. Hola, me llamo Jessica, and welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Today, I had to go to physical therapy, and I used Dial-A-Ride. Dial-A-Ride is the city transit, para-transit. Every bus can accommodate a wheelchair. It has a wheelchair lift, but Dial-A-Ride is for those people that can't make it to bus stops, or that it's difficult, can't travel from the standard bus stop to their location. So because it's a doctor's office, it's a distance from the bus stop to the actual doctor and therapy. So I do Dial-A-Ride, and Dial-A-Ride is $2. So I'm getting door-to-door service. I don't even have to park the car and finagle my wheelchair and pull out a walker. I don't have to deal with that stuff because I am in my power chair, and I don't have to get out of it. When I'm home and before I leave, I put the seatbelt on because yes, this has a seatbelt, and yes, I need the seatbelt. So I put on the seatbelt because buses are bumpy, and when you're on the bus and it's just bumping around, the chair does move. So I use the para-transit Dial-A-Ride. Dial-A-Ride came to pick me up, and she got me half up, and it stopped. So I was between the ground and the level of the bus, just stuck in midair. so that was my wheelchair adventure that day. She finagled the lift, she wiggled stuff. Pretty much Fonzie fixed it, which is usually one of the first go-tos. So Fonzie fixed it, but that was the wheelchair adventure of the day. At least it was a beautiful day. It was seriously a beautiful day. The sun was shining. There wasn't any rain. It was like somebody put me on a little perch and said, enjoy the beautiful day. And I was like, I'm good. I'm just going to sit here, look at the beautiful sky. And that was my adventure. Another time, hola, me llamo Jessica, and welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Today, I am going to tell you about my adventure coming home from therapy on Dial-A-Ride on the city bus. So they have lifts. They lower the lift to the sidewalk or to the street, and I wheel my power chair onto that lift and get into the bus. They clip me in. There's 4 brackets. I will show you someday. There are 4 brackets that they attach to the chair. I have those places marked so somebody new will know where to hook it to, because that can be complicated because every chair is different. So that day on my way home, she could not get the shuttle bus in park. And without the shuttle bus in park, the lift does not work. So she was talking to, radioing the mechanic guys, and she ended up having to do it like a lever, like you would see the emergency way to do things and crank things on a battleship, where you have to do it manually. So she got the lever out and she was lowering it. She got it flat so that it was ready for me to, roll onto the lift. And she asks the guy, so is it going to stay or is it going to fall? And he's like, I think it's okay. I was like, are you kidding me? I think it's okay. Anyway, yes, it was okay, and she was able to lower me just fine. I have so many beautiful, beautiful people in my life, and I love my family. It is an amazing family. God has given me an amazing family, an amazing village to live in, a beautiful neighborhood full of fantastic people. So, thank you. I love you. Bye. Okay. Hola, me llamo Jessica, and welcome to my wheelchair adventures. Today, this is my home. I need to find somewhere to actually put the camera so that I can roll around and talk. There's a learning curve to this, but I will figure it out. I want to teach the world that you don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are many influencers, many wheelchair influencers, and we are all trying to share our experiences, because it was hard to learn how to do this. And it's hard for anybody to learn how to do this. And I think everybody should learn how to do this. I think that dealing with mobility equipment should be something that they experience, that children experience when they're young. Just like you practice other things. You may practice fire drills and tornado drills and all of that stuff, and get used to driving lessons. Oh my God, my power chair, it's not easy to drive. It is not. Believe it or not, it is not. I will show you the damage around my door frames in the future. But today, everyone should learn and sit in a wheelchair. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a chair. It's a chair with wheels, very much like your office chair. And if you're the kind of person that sits in your office chair and rolls over to the copier, you might as well be in a wheelchair. It's the same damn thing. And as we age, we realize, and I realized, I shouldn't say we, but I realized and learned that our ability to do anything is temporary. Your ability to see is temporary. Your ability to smell and taste is temporary. Your ability to walk is temporary. Your ability to stand there and close your eyes and not fall over is temporary. Your ability to write is temporary. Your ability to use forks and knives together and feed yourself is temporary. So you're either going to die young, or you can learn how to do these things so it's not such a big deal when you are hurt. and injured and frail and old. That is not when we should be learning how to do these things. So, I would very much like to see at the YMCA a day of wheelchairs for wheel friends. And actually, that's who should host it. I should have my little wheel friends group host the wheelchair, what should I call it? Wheelchair adventures? That would be simple enough. But, yeah. Because there are plenty of medical staff who played in wheelchairs and did wheelies down the hall because they were 20-something and bored. That's just what you do. You play. And that's why I say that you should learn how to do this when you're young. I'm kind of kicking myself for not learning how to be ambidextrous, to be able to write with my left hand and my right hand, because my ability to write with my right hand, just like yours, is temporary. So we prepare for everything else. We have contingency plans for all sorts of stuff. We have backup plans. We have insurance for cars. We have just contingency plans. We're prepared for most anything. Evacuation plans, fire plans. We know where to go and what to do, and we're prepared. There's nothing to be scared of if you know how to handle a crisis. And when you lose your ability to do certain things, when you become less mobile and your mobility becomes compromised, that is the last time you should be figuring out how to do this stuff. You break your ankle, it's much easier in a wheelchair, believe me. You know, you have bum knees. Sometimes you have really long days. You really climbing the stairs and stuff. It's like you could be in a wheelchair. Many people use wheelchairs who can walk a little bit, who can walk, but they're choosing to preserve their energy because they may have chronic fatigue syndrome. They may have something wrong where they just don't want to do too much. For me, I should have sat down a long time ago, because there were festivals, there were museums, there were just activities and things that I didn't go do because I couldn't walk that far. Even with the walker, even with the crutches, even with help, I couldn't walk that far, and we would have to cut the day short. That's no fun for anyone. So, in hindsight, had I sat down in a wheelchair, oh my God, we would have spent the entire day there. I would have been laughing and smiling, and we would have had a fantastic day. So, take my advice and don't push yourself. When you are broken, rest, heal, do the physical therapy, focus on the physical therapy, but don't push it, don't overdo it, because you need your rest, you need your hydration, you need your nutrition, and you need physical therapy. But you can't risk doing something that wasn't physical therapy, like, I don't know, just risking walking somewhere when you just had a knee replacement or something and you think it's just a couple of steps. No, there's a high risk that you will fall and then you break something else, or then you're bruised and broken. Because this personal lesson, learn it from me, you can only throw a bag of ice to the ground so many times before it turns into slush, and that slush quickly melts. And I don't want to be slush, and I don't want to quickly melt. I have a lot of life left to live, and I intend to make the most of it and make the biggest impact I can on this beautiful world that we have. So thank you for joining me on my wheelchair adventure talk, and I will always be honest I will always be honest and genuine because no one needs to reinvent the wheel, and you are not alone. You are most definitely not alone. So much love. So thank you. I love you. Bye.